is ruled out for the season due to injury. And for more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
All right, they listen to the BBC Premier League update. We are the served us with all we needed to know that concerning the games that went down yesterday there in England. But away from England to different centres also there in Italy, we had the big game go down where, of course, the old ladies, Juventus, they denied Inter Milan the opportunity, the chance to go top of the summit there in the Italian Serie A. Well, from the results of games, Juventus defeated Inter Milan by 1-0. It was 𝐿 who scored that goal, assisted by Randall Colomwani, who has been a reborn player since leaving that's Paris Saint-Germain to join up with the side there in Italy. But 1-0 it ended. AS Roma also were victorious yesterday, winning by 1-0 against Parma. But you talk about the results, which definitely involves that's the title chasing teams there in the Italian Serie A. Well, for Atalanta against Cagliari, it was 0-0. Lazio against Napoli, 2-2 it ended. But AC Milan won by 1-0 over the course of the weekend. I take a look at the standings. Napoli still top the table with 56 points. Inter Milan second with 54 points. Atlanta are third with 51 points. And Juventus are fourth with 46 points. That's in the Italian Serie A. But in the Spanish La Liga, from the games that went down in the Spanish La Liga over the course of the weekend, yesterday in particular, well, Atletico de Bilbao against Espanyol 1-1. Sevilla defeated Valladolid by 4-0. But for Real Betis, they won by 3-0. And it was a great night for Anthony. Well, he won a penalty. Lo Celso missed, but scored that's a lovely volley also in the 51st minute to make the scores 1-0. But Roca scored the second goal, and he assisted Roca again. That's in the 69th minute for the third goal on the night. And so it was a great result for Real Betis, especially for the man who is looking to gain so much confidence to get back into the setup of Manchester United. That's Anthony, the Brazilian. But let's move away from some football stories now before we talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League also over the course of the weekend, just in the early hours of today in particular. Well, Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James sat out at the NBA All-Star Games. His first time missing the game in his career because of a lingering discomfort in his left foot and ankle. Well, the 40-year-old sat out the Lakers win over the Indiana Pacers last weekend because of the same injury. And the 22-year veteran skipped Saturday's ceremonial practice and the media availability, keeping the same routine he kept for the All-Star weekend the past 2 seasons, with the NBA granting him the reprieve after 2 decades of services. So definitely, I think it was not the best for LeBron James and also for every fan of LeBron James. But the man knows what he wants to do to keep his body in shape. That's till the end of the season in particular. That's for the NBA playoffs. If the Lakers get to qualify, yes, it's likely they get to qualify. But let's move away from basketball stories now. Well, and talk about Jannik Sinner. Well, I told you that Jannik Sinner, the Italian, will serve a 3-month ban from tennis after reaching an agreement with WADA following 2 positive drug tests in 2024. And the world number 1 cannot play until May 4. But will be eligible to return ahead of the French Open. That's the second major Grand Slam of the year 2024. We call that the Roland Garros. But let's come over to talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League. Well, still, before we talk about the results from the games that went down over the course of the weekend, Nasarawa United, they've parted ways with technical advisor Kabiru Dogo. Well, the Lafia Club also announced the appointment of a former Super Eagles assistant coach, that's Salisu Yusuf, as the new technical advisor. Well, Dogo's last game in charge of the Solid Miners was Saturday 0-0 with Ikorodu City, and Nasarawa United, they have failed to record a win in their last 4 league games. And so going to the results of games that went down yesterday and the day before yesterday in the NPFL, Rangers, they defeated Remo Stars by 2-1 in a thrilling contest at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu, and the hosts took the lead on the half-hour mark through Ezek Favour And of course, for Rangers, they doubled the advantage 4 minutes after the break with Kingsley Maduforo. However, Remo Stars got one back before the end of the second half. But in Owerri, Atlanta also defeated the Shooting Stars by 2-1. Well, it was a fierce contest. Atlanta still lost the penalty in that game. But for Adams and Mustafa, who equalized for Shooting Stars from the penalty spot, it was not the best result for the Oluyole Warriors. As you could tell that they have suffered back-to-back defeats now. That's in the NPFL. But going straight into the other results of games, Bendel Insurance defeated Niger Tornadoes by 3-0. And of course, I can tell you that from some of the results of games that went down also, that's over the course of the weekend in the NPFL. Sunshine Stars, they got the better of Awka United, 1-0. Like I said, Nasarawa against the Korodu City, so 0-0. Plateau United defeated Academy Warriors by 2-0. Katsina and Lobby Stars 1-1. Daniel Amokachi was not so pleased with the 1-1 draw in which Lobby Stars played against the Katsina United. But we'll come back in the afternoon, that's by 3:30, to get more reactions from all of the games that went down over the course of the weekend, and also involving other sporting stories. But up next is Baba Vendor, and you've been listening to the voice of Oluwatimileni SAMIES on the program this morning. Until we meet again by 3:30, myself and Peter, do enjoy the rest of the day, and bye for now.